Gang. Let's do it. Love and light. King of the podcast. Casual gamer. Back in the lab doing what we do best. We got some questions today. We got some content cooked today. We might hop on some ranked. I wanted to get back into some COD. I wanted to get back into my COD bag. Let me turn on my headphones a little bit for y'all. Wanted to get back into my COD bag. Shout out to everybody that's been rocking with the content online, offline, live. New podcast is up, so make sure y'all tap into that, man. We really just been in the content bag, man. Really just been in the content bag. So I wanna go in. Top five Colts all time. You know what I'm saying? You thinking about a Colts team. What Colts team has to have these guys, these players? Like, you know what I'm saying? Let me know, man. Yo, gang. Appreciate you being here. Pimp slap that like button. All right, man. We about to get our shares out. We about to get our metadata out. You had a fever? You was sick? Damn. Feel better, dog. Feel better, dog. Colts Nation. So I need to know top five podcast. Today is a half a day, but that's always fire, man. Tap in, man. We just tapping. We just chatting. We just rapping. We're going to talk some football. We going to grind. We still trying to do our thing. Slowly for surely, we just trying to be better. Rome wasn't built in a day, but you know what I'm saying? You got to lay a brick a day. Lay them grades on me, dog. Hope you're doing your homework, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Shout out to everybody that's in the stream, man. We about to go live on TikTok as well. 100%. 100%. Gang in this thing. Gang in this thing. Let's do it. All right, we about to get back into what Buddha was talking about real quick. Exclamation Nation.
Voice with no music and no game.
So I'm trying to figure out my Discord right now. Nah, I was trying to fuck with the Discord. The Discord was tripping. The Discord was tripping. All right, we going in raw.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
I was going to say Russell got the best contract option.
And his first look is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Second and 10.
Love and light, by the way.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. That is caught. It's Uzama. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 27 yards there, a first down.
Normally, you see three tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run.
Hashtag Baker Mayfield.
When I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They go play action here. Purdy. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. What good hands there defensively.
WWE lit, cuz. I said, I said, WWE lit, cuz. I said, WWE lit, though. Good morning, though. Salutations.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
I was going to say WWE lit, cuz. Kinda, not really. Kinda, not really. I think professional wrestling is one of those entertainment mediums that's just like it's a diehard. Like if you're a fan, you're a fan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and most people aren't though. But the beauty of bringing people like The Rock back is it brings a casuality, just like in this conversation we're having right now. You know, like I follow WWE. Yeah, he back, but he's only part of like this storyline. But the fact, you know, but look though, it's like the Taylor Swift effect in NFL. Just because you watch that one segment on whatever you watched it on, even if it was social media, WWE won. You know, the man ain't even had a match. Probably gonna have a mid match at WrestleMania if I'm just speaking truthfully honest as a fan. But that wasn't my question. That one I hopped in your Discord this morning. You was talking football. Do you think? Because I just seen the Chiefs have the lowest team rated facility, second lowest. Do you think that matters in today and age with these new players coming out of college with NIL deals coming out of college with the bag? Like, you know, Caleb Williams is driving a Ferrari. Some of these dudes in the league ain't even tasted the money to even afford a Ferrari. Ain't even had the opportunity to get a contract to, you know, walk in the showroom. So do you think that like that's going to affect the next up and coming era of player, coaches, media move, all that?
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Tell me more.
Now it's Locke. This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Luck on first down.
You ain't named nobody that's won, though. Y'all ain't named nobody that's won. I mean, they cool. No, I'm just. I'm not speaking. I'm not speaking on the. They all do. The only. The only reason why I asked this question is because it was pulled from certain players from the winning team, you know, the highest team. So that's what made me ask it. Yes. What I'm saying, okay, maybe let me reword the question. They are saying like they appreciate winning, they appreciate getting the bag, but like, you know, they still got IRL stuff to deal with. They're still parents, they still dads, they still husbands, and for what some of the other teams will say, like the Titans, they are actually rated at much higher. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the parents and the team wives actually like what Nashville offers for what, you know, they asking their players to do. But like the Jets, I think the Jets were higher, but the Jets suck. So that's what I'm asking. Like, does the team facilities, player accommodations, I think like cafeteria, weight room, off-site training. It was a criteria. It wasn't just like the weight room. You know what I'm saying? And it was rated like one. It was rated like 1 through 32. So like some of the better teams are trash, but yeah, it could be a part of that. It could be a part of that too.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
I just asked because this is a new era player, so it's like, like me and you are older, so like we might hear it different, we might see it different. But like I say, if I'm coming out of college with a bag, I don't care that you got 6 Super Bowls, Bill Belichick. I'm already a millionaire. I don't even care about winning. I'm a millionaire. Like, my kids is good, my brother is good, whether I play it down or not. So like that affects psychologically how they even approach coming to work. You know what I'm saying? So if like a lot of these dudes, I think it's starting to. Well, we haven't seen enough of the NIL effect in the pros yet, but I think that is going to start to spill over a little bit. That's just my personal opinion, because the dogs are still going to be the dogs. They still going to want to go do the homework. They still going. They still. Oh, I only name the Chiefs because they're the champs. I always start right at the top. You know me.
They keep it with Davis on first down.
I personally don't, but I don't feel like.
After a pickup of only a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst.
I personally wouldn't. But what I'm saying is, if you get this much money and y'all are winning on that level, why is Patrick Mahomes not practicing and playing at the top tier of facilities? Because the bum ass back at USC or Oregon or Alabama is playing at much better facilities than some of these professional teams. Like, that is a fact. So I don't know. It's just like that's what I'm asking. Why why are we accepting that? Not that we don't care, because I think dogs.
Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
But I think that's part of the.
They're going to try and throw.
That's fair though, but I think that should go down, because I think that's part of the changing of the guards of college football. Some of these bigger schools that wanted to lean on their prestigious name, and I'm what you come here, I'm gonna get you to the league, we gonna win, you got to do it my way. Yeah, that ain't really. I don't want to give them too much props. I don't want to give them no props. Gator Nation, Gator Nation. We'll use Alabama because that's kind of what this. But Dabo Sweeney is the same breath. But I can't look. I can't say Alabama. I think Georgia. Damn, that's crazy. Look, I can't really say Alabama, because Nick Saban actually understands enough to invest in his campus life, his ecosystem, his training. You know what I'm saying? USC didn't. Oregon did. That's why more people went to Oregon. Georgia's nice as shit. So before they got good, they invested into their campus, their training facilities. So it's like, when these guys have been taught a certain way for the last 3, 4, 5 years of their life, even going back to the end of high school, that might matter when your daddy says, yo, I ain't going to your team if I don't get no ownership. You ain't played a down in the league. Some of the greatest players in college football folded in the league. This is grown man game. So like, it just changes psychologically. I think that it's just going to be a changing of what players accept. Like, they don't care if I'm out there with Brady, Manning, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, we gonna be dogs. Dogs is gonna be dogs. But at the same time, put them boys around some good training facilities. You know what I'm saying? Like, they always say these boys is playing on fake turf and they get hurt. Well, put some real grass on the practice facility, so like when it translates into the game, we not falling because the wind blow too hard. Shit, I'm from Indy. Shit, we had turf. We was one of the first teams. I already know. Yeah, experience is everything. So I guess that's gonna trump or anything, any amenity.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played.
I don't know, but bro said, your homie in the chat or in Discord, he said he don't think that matter because they millionaires. When you make something easy for a millionaire, it becomes second nature to them. That's what we call like first world problems. You know what I'm saying? So like if you can set it up through your team to have your wife already situated, to have your kids picked up through school, they already gonna do a registration. All you got to do is really just show your face, kiss hands, kiss baby, shake hands. Like you're going to do it, and you're only gonna focus on lifting weights and drinking protein shakes. No, that's what I'm saying. Not every team even offers that. So it's like the champions is like shit. We don't care about that. We care about play football. That's that. Yeah, I'm playing with Mahomes, but at the end of the day, that might affect X, Y, and Z when we know we getting this dollar amount, and y'all ain't trying to help make it no better for the players. Given that we about to play 18 more games, that's a lot more stress for my family outside of this game. I used to have a job like that. At least it makes you want to meet them. Hey, man, I need you to stay another hour. All right, man, my kids is here. I ain't really got to go out my way. I ain't got to go across town. You know, all right, I'll meet you halfway. Like, even exchange ain't robbery. Even if you winning, even if they paying you a bag, at some point, like, you're still giving up more than what you're getting back. And I guess that's just life. First world problems. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say soft. I'm gonna say it's first world problems because you got to understand. Like, there's a generation that's only experienced the peak of what America has to offer, and some people might say that we haven't even hit that said peak or apex. And then some people say we have, you know what I'm saying? So, like, some people have seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's like my grandma, your grandma, my uncles, you know, now they seeing, you know, people getting paid for smoking gas on TV and movies. They like, that never would have happened. You know, boys is getting knocked upside the head in the streets with billy clubs to the white meat. And now you mean tell me they can get paid? Like, so the changing of the tide has occurred. And with that, mentality's changed. So it's not that we soft. We're still the youngest country in the world first. With that becomes, you know, ignorance is bliss. But then it's like we got the most power, the most guns too. So, you know, great power, great responsibility. So I could see why you think, or why you said, you know, we soft and I think. But it's just like we.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
He should go through that in debriefing, I think.
Down to about the 32. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
I think it'd take like 18 months to like chill out, get back to civilian life.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
And a subjective state to state.
Play action. It's Locke. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick six TD. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Here comes Devin Hester bringing it out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right
I've actually, I can comment on two of those last things you said. I've actually had that happen. I just said that in a video the other day. I think this content creation thing and my real job, you know what I do, has kind of morphed me to people. So like I do say things on social media and somebody could be like, you don't fuck with black people. What? What you mean? My mama black, my sister black, you know what I'm saying? My girl Latina. What are you talking about? You make it seem like I'm rocking with the other side. But that's the world we live in. Is like, you know, but I also think is to answer that and your first comment about the Flint water crisis, this is all an experiment. So it never was meant to have a answer. It's still collecting data of the experiment.
Off of play action.
Nah, like
Down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now Luck. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put
nah, you can't respect their opinion. You can't understand nothing.
to his back.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Luck. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The Fridge, William Perry, with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now a hit and a loose football. Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he works free. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as they take this up to about the 33-yard line. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's taken down right at the 40-yard line. After
Big facts.
7-0,
This is a great.
Sports.
Nah. This is a great segment because it's not. It's like you say. I guess I might have to start running with that. I don't disrespect people who don't have kids, but until you didn't have to stay up with a sick baby, go to the ER, make a bottle at 4 o'clock in the morning on 2 hours of sleep, less than 2 hours of sleep, you really don't understand. So like the phrase, it hurts me more than it's gonna hurt you. I gotta discipline you, especially if you look like us, because that already comes with a different set of judgment and different set of thought process and just anything. I ain't even gonna say. I'm gonna say anything. Like I don't like to typecast myself and be like, I'm a black streamer, but I do get looked at a certain way because I'm a black streamer, and if I don't at least acknowledge that reality, I'm not being realistic about what I'm doing. I don't call myself a black streamer. I just so happen to be a streamer who's black. So take that how you want. If you think I need to be this way or I talk this way, then you ain't watching enough. And if you enjoy me because I look like you, then cool, we can rock with it. Or you enjoy me because of the gameplay, cool. But like, if you're not like looking at it that way, then you're not being real. So yeah, I gotta discipline my kid because the world's already going to do it.
It's Mahomes. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The start
Big
of this
facts.
game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble.
Especially in the world where you ain't even doing nothing, you can be killed.
On first down, it's Locke. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Locke. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, I'm not gonna say you're wrong. I think what has happened in our culture and in the world is, I don't have it with me on this side of my desk. I got an etymology dictionary, right? New mic. I got an etymology dictionary, and if you really start to learn and just see the definition of words and how people use stuff, I always say words have power. Words are a spell. So if you really understand, I ain't even gonna call them white people because I got white friends and they're part of the resistance too. I say clear people. I just say clear people. Yeah, I say clear people because I don't know what side you affiliating with. You know, you could be a Jedi, you could be a Sith. Anyway.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried?
He sound like it. But like going back to the wording, it's not that, because I do agree they have hijacked our resistance. That's what I'm gonna call it. I ain't gonna call it struggle. But they only have because they figured out how to play the game, how to use the wording, how to use the legal system, how to use the vehicle, how to use the currency. We are still, like you say, we still fighting about. Look, Joe Rogan returned to YouTube, man. Had Cat Williams on here. Somebody gonna tell me they would not be that big without Shannon Sharp. I don't know, but I do know Joe Rogan has the biggest podcast in the world. So him returning to YouTube was going to be big regardless if it was Shabba Buddha, if it was Impulse, if it was whoever, Man on the Street, Michael Jackson dancing on the corner. Joe Rogan was going to do numbers, and the fact that people inside my culture don't understand that or take that as an attack on Shannon, on Cat, you don't understand what's going on here, and I don't even know if I want to waste my time with that folly anymore. I can't save you. You still plugged in.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Tries for Rice, intercepted. Picked off by Keith Bullock. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively.
That gets them hot. That gets them hot. No, that gets hot, but it's a video on YouTube where this guy migrates to America and he looks pale skinned. He looks pale skinned, right? And they asking him, he going through the process, you know, like he's legit all the way around for the sake of this conversation. He's legit all the way around. And they like, all right, what you want to identify as? And they like, white, Caucasian, and he like, nah, I'm this. And they like, nah, that's not how it works. America is the only country in the world where your race is put before your monetary status or your biblical belief, because I think that's what he was leaning into. So from that point on, the system is already rigged. And if you ain't understanding how to play the game, this shit's lost. Like you know what I'm saying? You playing craps with loaded dice.
Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That has a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And Luck will slide to a home with a first down in tow. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here.
Nah, they actually thinking how her daddy afford to even afford this class. That's what they thinking.
Luck on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front. They're prepared for him to try and take off.
Rolling to his left. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now
That's fire. That's fire.
With a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
From the gun, here's Locke. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first.
Yeah, that's a whole different ball game. Yeah.
From the red zone now, Locke. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL.
Stillman University, buddy. Look it up.
Scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports.
If you open that door, yeah, because if you
Probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
if you open that door, it's over. They go, yeah, and he's exactly right. Because we still not even technically free.
They start the second half here with Williams. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Locke. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Throwing on third down, Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively.
100%. Yes, 100%. Yeah, yeah.
It's a quick punting situation.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to motion goes the tight end.
Women.
They snap it to Locke. Flushed out right. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Hey, it's crazy. It's crazy. You mentioned the dog. A lot of people, Alabama, Henry Ruggs. The reason why his case even got amplified the way it did is because the dog died. Like, the dog died in the passenger seat, so they tried to count that as another human. Now, RIP the victim. I ain't saying Henry did anything wrong, but I just want people to understand that prosecutor, based on what they could find in the legality of the law, said, oh, wait, I can make this dog a human and amplify all this man's charges. Clear people do. Clear people do. Clear people do. Gang.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. Hester to return from his end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown.
A lot of people are still learning about that in 2024. A lot of people are still learning about that in 2024. More people know about Timothy McVeigh. More people know about the DC shooter. They don't know about that. That's crazy to me. You feel me? That's great.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point.
I used to be a history major. And I had to do a paper. I remember this clear as day. I went to HBCU, Kentucky State, Frankfort, Kentucky. I had Bluegrass State gang. Had a lot of good times down there. And the day I had to do this paper and what I was researching on, it was like you find stuff. And it's like, nah, man, I'd rather just go back to the media. And I didn't like what I had to deal with in the media side either, but history is wrote by the victor. That's what I found. So, like, I live in Texas, states like Florida, other states like Arizona and California, CRT, you know what I'm saying? So, but I just did a pod with my mans on this when he was talking about gun control and gun safety. This starts at the crib. This should be taught at the crib. My son is going to know about them girls in Alabama. My son is going to know about Rosewood, Florida. He going to know about Black Wall Street in Oklahoma. Like, I don't need, and it's not the teacher's job or the school's job to teach him these things like that. If that's my culture and that's what we need to remember so we can go forward, isn't that my job? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need the history book to teach him that.
Takes it across the 40-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up second down. Inside handoff, Henry. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Leaders.
This now a 3rd and 4. Now here's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the mark following a gain of 6.
I don't know if you read a book called George Orwell's 1984. I kid you not. Everything in that book is happening right now. Everything. Like, I ain't gonna say like down to a T, but it's like all I'm gonna say is that day in January is that was a test. It was a game demo. You know what I'm saying? They gave it to you for free. The next one is gonna cost some people.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. On play action, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now a play fake, and it's locked. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And taking it across.
But I think that's also by design. I also think that's by design.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for first and 10. Out of the gun, Locke. Open man right side is Rice. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
On God. On God.
From the 35, here's second and 2.
Kuwait.
They'll fake it. Now Love. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10.
Right. A lot of this is there's that, and then a lot of this.
Now we give up the middle to Williams.
To about the 26 here.
And now they're in the hurry up.
Or themselves.
They run it again with Williams. And he's going to take this close to the first down.
But I also think that's like, that's also by design.
Here we go, third and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And luck will be intercepted.
I turned my notifications off that day. I turned my notifications off that day on my mama.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. That's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking,
Wow.
hey, we might be headed towards
That's crazy.
time. Instead,
That's crazy.
may very well be done.
Yeah, that's
If
crazy.
you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Drake said that in the song.
To return from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can band back together after.
You know what's actually also sad about that too?
But still within striking distance, a 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
Yeah. You know, the sad part about that is the design. Like I always say, it's they put it in the food. So like I forgot there's this article in the 2008 Times where like there'll never be another generation to fight. So that's why it's like it's so shocking that these kids today, we gotta give them their credit. They like, nah, I ain't with that. PTO, I'm not calling in. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they standing on, they standing on. But back to the food. There'll never be another generation that actually rises up to fight against the resistance because of the Fred Hamptons, because of the Malcolms. Like, this is literally socially and economically designed. Like, I don't know, man. It's almost like you ever been in a job situation and it's a total messed up situation for everybody, and it only take one person to be like, "Nah, I ain't doing this." And now everybody's standing on it. It's like that's what the U.S. fears. It's only gonna take one to wake up to spark the flame.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body.
Sexy Red.
Cover guy and put him on him and try to take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first.
I'm just saying, if it goes through that median, if she had the opportunity to affect change with her voice and platform.
It's 1st and 10. Now Locke.
He said awkward.
Looking downfield.
Aye.
That's caught right side. He's got his man. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case.
It's already there. It's already there when we kicked in the door, letting people get silenced on YouTube, letting people get silenced for anything. Whether I agree with what you're saying, yeah. Whether
Now a first down throw. Locke. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Again, Locke. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
all the wrong ways, yeah.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Never, and they never will.
A 6-yard touchdown run. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain.
You know what? I'm gonna speak. I'm a hot take right here. It made Morgan Wallen blow up. So not only would his Cash App break, he'll become the biggest new guy. He'll become the biggest new star if he got on the stream and start dropping M-bombs left and right. On my mama. Look. And this is, I don't want to say it like this, bro, because I can hear it in your spirit, in your heart. You sound like you're a good person, but some people aren't. So you'll get on your stream, drop out them M-bombs. Your team will hit you up. Yo, you got to damage control, bro. You got to fix this. Yeah, man, I was drunk. I was on one. I really don't believe in that. You know what I'm saying? I got black friends. You know what I'm saying? This has never happened before. You can say all that. And they gonna be like, all right, he's apologetic. As a black man, when do I have that opportunity to be like, I was tripping? I don't. So I'm done.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. To throw is Mahomes. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on...
It's like, but it's also, I don't know if I don't know if y'all watch I don't know if y'all watch The Boys, but there's this episode where this kid is like I'm a tiptoe, so I don't spoil it for you because you'll like it actually. There's this kid and y'all know The Boys is built on like America now. Like VOT would be Walmart or Apple or whatever mega corporate conglomerate you want to throw in there. So he's at the crib watching YouTube, social media, just getting charged up, and we're just gonna say it's the other side rhetoric because you live, I'm live. I don't want to be canceled either. We're making a little money on these streams anyway. So he gets charged up about the other side. These people got powers. These people doing X, Y, Z. Woo, woo, woo. These people is dangerous. Then he goes to the supermarket, and I guess he was on one and thought the clerk had powers. Or long story not so long, he ended up shooting him cold blood, and it was a regular person just like him. So a lot of these people don't even have identity of self. They don't even know not only their own culture, they ain't even got no identity of self. They're literally clones of clones of clones of clones that have been made on the internet. Kanye made a point and nobody felt it because Drake got number ones. He said, "What do I do when you clone this? You get Drake." He said, "When you clone me from this way, you get Cuddy. When you clone me from this way, you get J. Cole. When you clone me from this way, you get Kendrick." You know what I'm saying? So I had to get back to Ye, and that's when we got Donda. And nobody has an original thought. I ain't gonna say nobody. A lot of people don't have an original thought because they were never taught to think originally. It's only what the TV's saying. It's only what the music is saying. It's only what. How many black people do you know have real culture in their house that's not stemmed from rap music, movies, or TV? I tell people, you spend half of your adulthood unlearning the shit that you was taught. Wow. See, I don't like the fresh fish like that. That's crazy. Real country guy. But that culture is dead. But the world has changed too, though.
Matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started.
But the world has changed. But let me ask you a question. Let's just say you become, politician, Alabama, then of the region. We'll say the South region, Southwest, Southeast region. That how does your perspective on certain things equate to everybody? Because like some of the things that you mentioned, like I always say, they sound very foreign to me. I grew up in the city, like buses and cars and the trolley car, and we didn't have a subway in Indianapolis, but we had a little L train. So like family really wasn't. It's a city, that's just not a thing. Get it how you get it. Get the money, get the bag, go home. How would that equate to everybody? Because I think that's part of the disconnect in America. So many people coming from so many different lifestyles, ideologies, and perspectives. Like what works for you, what works for your tribe, what even works for the people who rock with you might not work for the next person. And I ain't saying what your suggestion doesn't work for me, because it does. But in the bigger picture, that's where we get the Karens. That's the villain arc of the Karens. Well, don't touch my kid. Why you talking to my kid? Why you dealing with my kid? Who the hell are you?
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's James. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down. On the ground, it's James. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Here's the former Lion, a fan favorite. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 5. Now it's Locke. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They'll roll him out right. He's got his target. That's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Off of play action, Luck. He sets to fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown! A big play there. 60 yards. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Here comes Devin Hester bringing it out. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second
I also think
Marino here from down around his goal
the generation of
open man, it's Devin Hester.
the gender roles in other cultures matter a lot more than they do for like Americans. Like, so, you know, along with the arranged marriage, that definitely helps the entire situation. Like explaining some of these, like, I don't know what podcast I was watching, but it was like a girl from an arranged marriage, and then it was just like a basic, I ain't gonna call it basic, it was a modern black woman, and she argued every point that the married woman who was well off had. Well, I do this because I love my husband. It's not my job. It's my duty. XYZ. Woo woo woo. So just on that aspect, you know, mentality and ideology, it's already different. So you already set up on a different path of success rate. It's like being drafted to the right team and they got good quarterback coaches and good, you know, film room. You're going to already be in a better position to grow and develop how you supposed to properly.
After the interception, it's Luck. Sliding out of the pocket. The ball comes out, and it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, Murillo. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Samson Abuka able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Third and long, Marino from his end zone. And that is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw forward Marino. Oh, now Marino here throwing another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. Over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Williams. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Escaping the pressure.
I don't want to say it like this, but these modern women kind of feel like they got way too many options than what they have. And that's coming from a guy who didn't hit rock bottom, $0. $0. Like, I'm talking about rock bottom, sleeping on my partner couch, bumming money. And as a man, pulling myself back up and picking myself back up to this position. Like, why? I just don't understand. Like, there's no point you can make if you're well off. If it's shown and it's proven for you to be well off, that you're leaning into your emotions, which mean nothing. I could be happy right now in this stream when I walk out this door in the next 45 minutes and be angry. And then tonight, nothing that happened in those 9 hours up until that point matter. Emotions are nothing. I ain't saying you aren't allowed to validate them, but like sometimes I don't like hearing some women talk because it's like you're leaning so hard into your emotions. You need therapy, and you don't even realize it. Like, you're so damaged, you don't even realize it. You're going to die on a hill by yourself, possibly, or as a single parent. So, like, take it how you want.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. And one told me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if I we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Mahomes firing complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Samson Abuka. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
I'm going through that. I'm going through that right now, cuz like you speaking on my life. I make myself vulnerable and lay it down. That's my bro. That shit fucks with. On God, you do nothing that you do not. Look, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. You know, my wife Honduran, and she always say like, I'm so player with it. This is how you know I ain't gonna say women be liars, but they don't want to hear the truth until the truth hit them in the face. My first wife used to say, you know, I'm the cool baby mama, and it's about the kids. It's about the kids, and Woo, woo, woo. Now, me and your situation didn't work out, and now we face with the dilemma of me moving on, which you know I was going to do. Nobody says I have to be alone just because I'm not with you. So it's like I'm not the lady I'm with now. She got kids, and I'll try to be a player about a lot of things. It don't matter to me if I'm gonna rock with you. I'm gonna rock with you. But it's like I'm doing more abroad than I am for the ones on my own crib, and I'm still being painted as you're not doing enough because you're not doing it your way or their way. It's all a control, man. It's all emotional based. Like I'm even learning that myself, like, cause I be getting furious, furious, ready to go kick that door in. But I've been there. It only take you one time to be faced with certain charges and situations. You be like, man, I'll leave that shit alone. You got it.
Don't get the completion. At least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
That is caught. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A shotgun snap for Love. Flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Love. Screen play set up for Williams. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. So they'll accept that penalty, and that will, of course, move the football up the field. To throw is Love. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Love. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a path.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. In the final
I think
seconds of the first half. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
I think too many people in Disney fairy tales have been painted in these girls' heads, and when they don't get that outcome of kids, husband, him totally committing and being infatuated with you, no man's ever gonna be that. You know, I just want to put that out there. It fucks with their head. So like, I was in a heated debate with, my BM, and I'm like, bro, what's your problem? I give you money. You ask for money, I give it to you. You say the kid needs something, he gets it. You in personal situations, and you not my chick, and I look out. So, like, what could your problem be? Trying to make your quality of life better, the little twos and fews, so, you can, stay off my back. And the answer I got was, I wish you cared more. You lost that ability and access to me to care for you. So there's always going to be a level of resentment. There's always going to be a level of discontent and disconnection because of something you didn't do. But like, I'm to the point I'm growing into one of those men. Maybe this is my villain arc. I'm a little heartless, but I'm only living in the present of what I'm living in, and anything behind me is behind me. I'm always going to take responsibility for my children, to take care of them, but having some emotional attachment to something that I can't change, and somebody wants to see it one way so bad, like, I can't control that, and I'm not even going to hop in that arena to try to duke it out with you. It's a losing battle. But I'm only speaking for me. I'm only speaking for me in my situation.
They begin the drive with Williams. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Back to throw, Love.
This is the best way. This is the best way.
Before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. Down to the 42, 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. That's laid out deep for Rice.
You could
Touchdown. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter,
She can't be ever a dude, though. That's what always perplexed me about women. You know, where guys do it too, you'll never be. I could go knock down 19 chicks today and impregnate all 19. I'm just saying that, like, that's a high number, but I'm saying that's a high number because it's possible. Like, you know what I'm saying? We both got partners. We'll be like, man, I knocked this chick off and this. What? You know what I'm saying? The world gonna see my face. A woman can never do that. So from a biological standpoint, right there, the role splits. Right there. I don't want to hear nothing, not from you. No, I don't want to hear nobody else's rhetoric or attempt. No, they could but one of those 19 meats is going to impregnate them, and then she sat down for the next 10 months. I could keep going. You know, you know what I'm saying? What is it, Wednesday? All right, I knocked down 19 today. Thursday, I'm only going to do 12. I'm going to relax. You know, Saturday, we back outside. What I'm saying is, like, this is some Colombian. This is some Colombian. You know, I'm just saying because we're different for a reason, and we have different set of coding and abilities for a reason. And I just don't want to sound feminist or sexist, or as my lady say, you letting your machismo showing. You're not the same as me. I'm not the same as you. It's a reason why we are different. And you trying to lean on, well, you gonna knock down this chick, I'm gonna go do the same thing. All right, that's cool. You know, he only using you to smash. He not investing into you. That's cool. I get that a lot. I'm a tune out. Like right there, I hit a button for you. I said something that triggers you, and you didn't like, and it resonated with you emotionally. It happens to me every day. But that's not going to help you grow. That's not going to help us grow as a society. I think more women would have benefited from Kevin Samuels than to try to tear him down. I'm going to speak on myself. I'm going to put myself in the fire. Remember I said I was broke. Remember I said I had no money. Remember I said I was sleeping on my partner's couch. You know what got me through that? I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you. A lot of them Kevin Samuel videos I was watching on my phone when I was barely paying the YouTube, barely paying the phone bill, first off. Barely getting my hair cut. Like, yo, bro, you can have all the dreams in the world, but if you ain't making no money, you ain't making no money. If you ain't keeping the lights on, you ain't keeping the lights on. If there ain't no food in the refrigerator, if you ain't got no gas to go to work, why you worried about smoking? Like it's just some hardcore realities that people gotta have before you ever gotta visit being in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be able to do everything in your relationship if that person wasn't there. And if you got another person, that shit should double. And I'm only speaking on myself and my experiences and my situation. So it's like people can be triggered about their feelings or what they think I'm saying or what they think they hearing. But at the end of the day, these uncomfortable conversations is only going to make us better. And more women need to, like, really, really listen. Y'all think y'all understand and know men so well, and y'all really don't. Like, y'all really don't. You like, there are thousands of tests and studies and surveys, and y'all still are perplexed. The same girl got played by the same dude with the same game, and y'all still think y'all know men. Miss me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
From the end zone, Locke. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. There he goes again. Inside the 10. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. 98 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now.
Because he's not there.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Man.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window. Tries to force it to Megatron, and it's intercepted. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Intercepted. They'll take over first and 10 at the 34-yard line.
You just said animal. Look, you try to have that conversation with a woman. You compare me to an animal? You know what I'm saying? Like they immediately checked out of anything logical you just said there. You called me an animal.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
Brings up second and 12 at the Lions' 36-yard line.
Throwing is locked. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now on
Started from the bottom, now we here.
escaping the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jerry Rice with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Gay is on for the point after.
R.I.P. to my dog. Let me cut the camera on for this comment. R.I.P. to my dog Tank, because this is the only reason why I'm living in Houston right now. He used to say it is okay for cultures and people to preserve their culture. So I understand when black women say, I only want to date a black man, but I don't want to date a weak man. That makes perfectly sense. As a black man, I know what that looks like. My daddy went to work. He hustled. He did odd jobs. You know what I'm saying? He did a lot of shit to keep them lights on, to keep food on the table, clothes on our back. And he had 3 kids. I don't know what he did on the streets. He probably had other women, but that never was brought into the end years to the door. You feel me? So it's like, it ain't even what people are taught. Like, there is a false reality that's placed in this country on what, air quotes, right is. Right for you might not mean what's right for me. Me personally, the way this house is set up, I like the sunlight to come in. Based on what I'm looking on your setup, doesn't look like there's too much light coming in. You want to see your screens, you know what I'm saying? You want people to feel your aesthetic. You want people to feel your person. You know, like, I'm an energy guy. So, like, 2 different things. Well, who's to say one is right or one is wrong? It's all about how the viewer in either part of programming wants to interact. So it's like, man, the false reality that's put out here goes back to America wasn't made for thinkers. It was made for workers. Remember I said clones of clones, you know. American school system was set up for a reason. So it's like a lot of these ideologies need to be challenged to make us as parents. I even put myself in the fire, think different, hear it different, see it different. It's unfortunate she checked out of the Kevin Samuels.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they are going to set up
And
and
as a black man, when you try to do it the right way, because like you know my situation a little bit. Me and my lady been discussing possibly having another child, and I have other children, and me and her is like, that don't matter. We trying to do our own thing, continue our own family growing. That looks a certain way to certain people, so it's like everything is case by case. You know what I'm saying? Everything is case by case, and to try to put a blanket cookie cutter solution on one thing is not going to work out for everybody, and that's why social decay is happening at a rapid pace.
71 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. We're back now in KC. For the 4th quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Gay now set to kick it off. And Hester content to hold on to this one and bring it out to the 25. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
I actually think we're kind of in the. I don't know if you heard the Toyota. It's not the Toyota. The Honda Accord theory. So somebody could call you today, Buddha. Come here. Come to this mall. About to give you a brand new Honda Accord 2024, whatever it is. About to give it to you. That same person could call you and be like, Buddha, I'm about to give you a Benz. Everybody gonna be happy you got that Honda, because it ain't better than what they could get. Like some people like, Buddha got a Honda. Hold on, hold my beer. I'm out. You know how it is. You get something new, one of your home. I could go do the same thing. You get that Benz. Why he get that Benz? What did he do to get that Benz? How did he work to get, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a level of discernment and a level of negativity that is automatically connected with something that was blessed to you. You know what I'm saying? That could have been X amount of years of hard work that finally fell into place for you. And nobody else knows that story on why you got that Benz, but he just got gifted a Benz, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think that's not even just in black culture. I think in society, that's where we're at for everybody in totality. I don't think I'd be shocked that people be finding out different little tidbits. Maybe it's just because I'm a movie dude, but like different little tidbits like that. Like a lot of people didn't know, but Buddy was blind in the Book of Eli. I'm like, what movie are y'all watching? Like,